Gun violence in the Chattahoochee Valley continues to be an issue, and police say much of that violence can be attributed to gangs.
The Columbus Police Department patrolling certain areas this weekend after a purge rumor of gang initiations would be taking place. News 9's Maya Graham speaks with former gang members and has more on what they think about the current violence in the community and what can be done to stop it.
I spoke with a former gang task investigator who says initiation into gangs is starting at a very young age. Two former gang members I spoke with both saying it's going to take people who were once on the wrong path to show our young people that it's not the path to take.
Our children are dying, our elderly are dying, our women are dying, and it's unnecessary and it needs to stop.
Jerome Lawson, a former gang member who now works with an organization called Cure Violence, says the gangs these days are not what they used to be. Lawson says gangs were in certain areas to protect the community, but that is no longer the case.
But now when you come all the way here, the mission was lost at some point, and a lot of our young people, they seen a lot of things that they didn't agree with, so they started formulating what they wanted to be and what their vision what a gang is. Unfortunately, right now, there's violence and criminal activity.
That violence and criminal activity is what retired police detective Byron Hickey says will continue to happen if the police presence isn't heavy in the areas where the crimes are happening.
But I do know something that will work, that we got to have. And you can do this without mistreating people. You got to have a strong law enforcement presence. You got to have a strong presence here on the streets. And when you have a strong presence and these gang members begin to know now they have to look over their shoulders, some of the behavior may change then.
Hickey says that strong police presence is something Columbus lacks. With over 100 gangs in the Fountain City, Hickey says there's a reason the gang violence has evolved.
During the time that Mayor Teresa Tomlinson was here, it was a denial. She said we didn't have a gang problem. We had a gang problem. There were people at the police department, like the chief at the time, Chief Boren, bought into that. So therefore, you know, by getting out of control like it has and evolved to what it's evolved to, it's because no one paid any attention to it.
And while a gang problem is evident in the Chattahoochee Valley, former gang member Blake Russell, who currently is a ministry director at Take the City, is working in the community to find solutions.
Whether it's going into crime-ridden areas, I mean, we are, you know, essentially you take me, an ex-gang member, an ex-drug addict, I'm comfortable in the inner city. I'm actually comfortable around gang members. I mean, if they, you know, once they let the guard down and they see that I'm not, you know, I'm not there to infiltrate or do anything. I mean, so we're a ministry that seeks to unite but mobilize and reach, you know, into the places of the community that are pretty hard to reach.
If you are a parent and have a child who may be involved in gang activity, the Sheriff's Department says feel free to reach out to them and they will assist you with ways to help your child. In the newsroom, Amaya Graham, WTVM News Leader 9.